Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So guys, in today's video I am going to be sharing with you all my experience buying used books on Amazon. So I actually bought 4 used books on Amazon, and if it is you didn't know, you can actually purchase used books from Amazon, from different stores on Amazon. And I've wanted to do this for quite a while because sometimes buying like a brand new book can be a bit pricey. And for me, a book is just something you're going to read once. Maybe you may read it again, or you may just like give it away or whatever. So there really isn't like a necessity. It isn't a necessity for me to purchase a brand new book, right? Unless I want it to be brand new. So I decided to buy these used books because you get it at a cheaper price. And I mean, like, who doesn't want to save a little money with prices of everything going up these days, right? So guys, without any further ado, let's get right into this. Alright, so at the end of the video, I'm going to share, I guess, my opinion and pros and cons in terms of buying used book. But I'm going to go through each of the book that I bought and tell you the original price of the book. And I guess on the screen, I would put the price that I paid, or maybe I'll just tell you, right? Whatever. But yeah, I'm going to also show you close-ups of the book so you can see the quality of it and how it looks. Okay, so if you want to purchase a particular book on Amazon, all you have to do is search the book, and when you select the book that you want, where there's like the book and the I guess type of book where it could be either like Kindle, audio, hardcover, paperback. Below that, you usually see used books from a particular price, right? So all you have to do is click on the used books, and then they will bring up all of the different sellers on Amazon that are selling this book, which is used, right? So when you select your particular book on the used from the used section, each seller would have like notes. I don't remember the exact like thing that they call it on Amazon, but I'll put a screenshot. But they have like notes that will tell you about the condition that the book is on. Also on Amazon, you can filter the type of used book that you want. So it could be one that is like close to new, one that's old, whatever, right? For each seller, they will have notes on the books. So because it's used, they may say like, okay, this particular one is damaged on the cover, there's underlining and highlighting in some of the pages, a few pages may be missing. So they'll give you basically information about the book depending on how new or used you would like your book. You can choose accordingly, and of course the prices would vary depending on the seller and depending on the quality of the book as well, right? So that's just like some information about buying used books on Amazon, things that you would encounter. So if you know for sure, okay, you don't want a book that has like writing or highlighting in it, then you can look for a seller that isn't selling the particular book with underlining and highlighting, right? And something that you should also note, most of the sellers for the used books, they require delivery, right? So based on my experience, the delivery tends to be around $4, right? I haven't really encountered, but based on my purchases, most of the sellers that are like above $4, right? So some have free deliveries and others you would have to pay for delivery, right? So if it is, again, you don't want to pay for delivery, you don't want that extra cost, then you can select a free delivery, one that has like free delivery, right? But anyways, those are just like some information that you should keep in mind if you do plan on purchasing used books on Amazon. So guys, getting into my book. So I bought 4 books, as you would have seen. So the first book I'm going to share with you is this book that I got called Praying the Bible, and it is a hardcover. So actually when I got my order, this was like the first book I received, and I was really impressed by just the outside, because when you look at this, you would not think necessarily like, hey, this is a used book. Like, this look like I just bought it from a store or something, right? And as you open the pages, as like I browse through the pages, let me see if there's any right. So there is actually writing underlining, and I'll show you all a close up. There is actually underlining in chapter 2 of this book on like 5 pages, right? But other than that, there is no writing, there's no pages that are missing. The quality of the pages, it looks brand new. There's no like bending or dog ears, any creases, nothing like that. And even the outside of the book, it doesn't have any like, you know, writing marks on it, any sort of major like creases and indentures. Like, this was for me like a really good purchase, and I was really impressed with this. So I'm going to tell you all the original price of this, and this is a hardcover. The original price, and I think that the original price actually changed because like the price went down, but I'm just going to tell you what it is currently on Amazon. So the original price is $8.59, and I paid $6.25 for this. So I did save a few dollars. And again, of course, if it is you want to pay like, you know, half of the price of the original, you can choose your book depending on what you want. Like, the prices go as low as like $2, right? So you could come out really good if it is you want to, right? But I didn't want my books to be like in extremely bad conditions, so I at least tried to get a book that was like half of the price, like a little, like, well, I should say a little above like half of the original price, right? So so I paid $6.25 for it, and it was $8.59, and I thought like what I got, like, yeah, this was like so worth it. So before I move on to my second book, I really can't remember like which books I had to pay delivery on, or if it is included in the price that I'm telling you or that I paid for it, because it's been a minute since I did this, right? Alright, so the second book that I bought is this book titled Attached, right? And you know, when you look at it from the outside, you see that there's a bit of a use in it. So there's like, you know, a little dog ears at the back cover with some creasing, and at the front there's just, you know, a few little creasing marks and some stains as well, but nothing major to be like, oh my gosh, like, you know, what is this or whatever, right? And I literally just opened this book, y'all, and I realized that there's a page that's like bad, right? So these are the kind of things that you would get when you buy these used books, right? And I see here that, well, look, there's even more pages that has been, and I haven't read this book as yet. It has just been like on my shelf. So I'm literally like probably not going through it like this. So there were a few pages that were banned, and they will tell you like, they will even tell you like in some of the notes that, okay, there's like creasing marks on these different things, right? So I'm just going to browse through the inside of this book to see if I see any underlining or highlighting, and thus far it looks good. Oh wow, There's another Ben. Okay, y'all, like there is no highlighting or underlining in this book. This is, oh my gosh, so great. So really the only thing, so inside it pretty much looks brand new, apart from the few pages that were like creased, creased and bent from the previous owner. And then outside where there's like, you know, some creases as well, right? So outside of that, I think I came out good with this, right? So now let me just share the price for that I paid for it, right? So the original price, and this is a paperback, the original price was $13.58, and again, you all, I think these prices have decreased compared to when I originally bought the books a few months ago. I bought it in June and we are currently in August. So yeah, well, I'm currently filming this in August. I'm not sure when you will see this. But yeah. So what was the original price again? Right, so the original price I'm seeing here is $13.58, and I find these prices are so weird with like these cents. And I paid $12.89 for this. So y'all, I actually feel that the delivery price is included in these costs, because delivery were between like $3 to $4. It was, I did not pay more than $4 for delivery, otherwise I would not have purchased the book, right? So yeah, this is what I paid. So the $12.89 did include the delivery cost, and I'm actually really happy with this. And yeah, this was, I can't believe that this is a used book, and this is like, it looks brand new aside from the minor outside things. So moving on to my third book, I have this book called Sacred Marriage, and from the outside cover, it looks, I'll give this a 9.5 out of 10. The only thing I'm seeing is just like this little indenture on the back. So, you know, like if you're like using a book to press and like write on or something, it could leave like the writing marks on it. So it's just like, you know, something. I don't think the person was writing necessarily on the book, but just like something heavy was something heavy with a sharp edge rest on the book, right? And just like a little, I'm not sure if this is from me, but just kind of like a piece of the cover. It's just like a little tear thing, nothing major, honestly. So let me browse through again to see if there's any writing, highlighting, any dog ears. Oh, y'all, so far. What? Okay, y'all, like when I got this book, I really didn't go through them, because that's when I actually bought my whole set of stuff from like Amazon. If you haven't seen my Amazon haul, you can check that out. But y'all, there's like no kind of writing in this book. The pages, there's no creases, no marks. Like, it's like brand new. Like, aside from this little crease mark, like, and this little thing, which I'm not even sure if it's, you know, from me or from when I bought it. Like, I'm so impressed. Like, make me buy brand new books again. Like, no. But yeah, this is a 10 out of 10 for me, because like I feel as if I almost got like a new book. Like, what the jail. Anyways, guys, so let me tell you, and I have my laptop if you see me at this side with the prices. So let me tell you the original price. So the original price for this was $14, and I paid $10.95 for this, and this would have included delivery, the delivery cost, right? So y'all, like, come on, you cannot go wrong. Like, you cannot go wrong. Okay, so last but not least, I have this book, and I have a bookmark in it because I already started to read this book. So I have Becoming here by Michelle Obama, a popular book. And when I saw this book, y'all, I was, out of my 4 books, I think this is the one that I was least, pleased with, right? Because I don't know, I really don't know what went on, or if this is how the book is. But based on what I've seen in bookstores, this is not, how the book is supposed to be. But well, one, there's like this big crease mark on the book, so you see that there's some wear and tear to it. So there's like, it was apparently like creased that way for quite a while. And even like on the edges of the book or at the bottom, you see that, it's like tearing a little, and there's like some creasing marks and these different things. And then the part that I really didn't understand about this book, it was this cover. Like, it doesn't align with the length of the pages, so you actually see the color of the second of the pages. And I was just kind of like, what? Like, is this even like an original, book? Like, what's happening here? Because I was just like really confused when I saw that. But I don't know, y'all. I really don't know what went on. But I was like, okay, no, this is not it. So thus far, well, the amount that I've read, I haven't encountered any like, writing or highlighting. But let me just quickly browse through the other pages. And yeah, this one, there's no writing, underlining, highlighting, no dog ears or anything like that, so creasing marks on the inside of the pages. All of the pages are intact, and all of the books as well, there isn't like any pages that is like falling out or like ripped or anything like that. So inside is like good, but just the cover was like, it looks old. Like, you see that it has been used before. So yeah, this is an example of what you could possibly get depending on the book that you choose. Alright guys, I forgot to tell you the price for that. So the price for the Becoming, the original price, and that one was a paperback. You can't purchase this one in a hardcover, but the paperback was $10.25, and I paid $7.74, right? So again, I think that delivery may have been included in this price, right? So those are the 4 books that I bought. So the main question is, would I purchase used books on Amazon again? Hell yes. Like, yes. I just thought, like, out of the 4 books that I got, 3 of them was like almost like 10 out of 10. And just, the other one just had, more use, and you could see that it has been in use for, previously, right? But other than that, the books look brand new. Like, you could fool someone like that these books are brand new. Like, it's in such good conditions. And that's something that when you purchase used things from Amazon, people away, they tend to keep their things in really good condition, and sometimes they don't even have it for a long period of time. So that is why when you buy it, it looks as if it is brand new. So I am definitely going to be purchasing used books on Amazon again. I thought I came out pretty good. So some pros and cons. Pros, I'll say, one, of course, major fact, like, you are saving money on buying used book, because if you buy some of these books locally, you pay literally 3 times the original cost it is like on Amazon. And that to me is like, no, like, you'll really be overdoing it locally with these book prices. So a pro is definitely that you save so much more money on these used books. Also, you get another pro is like, you get to choose the book and the quality that you want, right? So for you, it may not matter, like, if the book is like creased and bent or it has writing. and you can then determine like the cost that you want to pay. So if it says you don't want to spend more than $5 on a book, then there's like so many different sellers on Amazon that are like selling the used books that you can decide, okay, this one is $5 or this one is less than 5, that you can actually like choose the specific book that you want, and you can determine the price that you want to pay, as long as you don't have a problem with it having writing or a page is like banned or something like that. Okay, so some cons is, I would say one of the cons is when it comes to clearing the books, you will actually pay the same price that you would pay if you bought a brand new book. Because they are not in customs. They are not like, oh, this is a used book, like let's charge her cheaper. Like, no, you are going to pay the same price that you would pay if the book was indeed new. So that's the only thing. Like sometimes depending on who you ship with, when you buy books, it may be like expensive. But for me personally, my books, they were about like $75, like in the 70 price range to clear each of them, right? So yeah, that's like the only con is like, okay, if it was new. So let's say for example you bought like a really bad quality book, you're still going to pay the same price you would pay if it was like brand new. So if those things matter to you, then maybe not, right? The other con that I would say is that if you are buying multiple books, well, multiple used books on Amazon, they will all be coming from different sellers, and that means they will all be shipped at different times and individually. So of course you would pay more fee, and it goes back to my first con, in terms of paying for like customs and these different things, right? So you won't get all of the books at the same time, and depending on the seller, some may take longer than others. It may take a month, it may take 2 weeks, whatever, right? So that's just something to consider. So okay guys, so that is all I'm going to just share in terms of pros and cons for buying used books. If you have any questions about the books that I bought, or my experience purchasing these used books on Amazon, leave me a comment below and I'll be happy to answer your questions. So again guys, thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.